Too much to do and too little time. What is it? Yeah!
The revolution will be live.
Yeah!
The woods are no place for a princess. The woods welcome you. Know that the creatures here are neither enemies nor friends. There are hunters. For you? Perhaps. The Viridian Sentinel once kept the wild at bay for the folk of Bankurai, but his power wanes. Soon he may regret saving the Princess of Evermore. Her mother already mourns her death, so gravely wounded, but yes, Princess Alara is here. The Sentinel tends to her, and it takes all his power to draw her away from death. He would welcome aid if you wish to give it. We Weird have fulfilled our part of the bargain and shall offer no more. We'll be at the Standing Stones by Viridian Lake. His power is strongest there. Look for the broken statue. It overlooks the altar where he works. The Sentinel is part of an ancient pact made long before living memory. A guardian of the woods of sorts, who anoints his or her successor without needing our approval. Not all Weird believe we should continue to honor the pact. The Glenmoral Weird were not a party to the original pact. It's only our connection to the forest which binds us to it. The Sentinel is no true ally to the Weiruses of the Viridian Wood. His sway over the natural order is anything but natural. If I had a seed for every man, woman, and child who asked me that, I'd cover the land in ivy in a fortnight. We are of the forest, and the forest is of us. That is all an outsider needs to know. The Sentinel is part of an ancient... The forest is old and powerful. Long ago, A man not of the forest found a way to harness the forest's power and bend it to the will of his people. They called him the Viridian Sentinel. The title and its power has been passed down for generations.
Sad, isn't it? The poor child. I'm afraid not. As the Sentinel, I must warn you that these woods aren't safe. But as old girls, I'm glad to see a friendly face. I remember when that child wasn't more than a knee's height, and now she's laid out like a corpse. She was attacked and left for dead by the wayside like a beast. Well, she won't die on my watch, not if you can help me. Around the lake, you'll find rings of mushrooms, fairy rings, but fairies aren't what I need. Take my amulet. Get down in the center of the rings and feel the earth. I need the energy from there to keep Alara alive. I need to take the child back to my hut. It's just up the hill a bit. Can't miss it. Well, the weird won't call me anything different. Most people who live around here call me old girls or just Stenwick. The Viridian Sentinel is a bit of a mouthful, don't you think? Makes me sound more important than I really am. Well, these woods have a life and a mind of their own. Well, what I do is make sure it doesn't get out of hand. There's some good folk who live near these lands, and without a firm hand, why, the wild would grow right over them. Me? I'd left Evermore and decided to live my life in the woods. And I met a man here, the previous Sentinel. He needed help and I stayed with him. When he grew too weary, he blessed me with the title. A long, long time ago. Once I even worked as a royal gardener in Evermore. But, well, I'm more comfortable in the woods. It's where I belong. I need to finish drawing what energy... If I was younger, I could instantly purge the poison running through this young lady's veins. Now it takes all my strength just to keep her breathing. The poor dear. Just in time. I've made a salve for Alara that'll help her wake. I'll channel what energy I have left into her. The amulet should be able to sustain me afterwards. At least I hope it will. This'll just take a moment. Took more out of me than I thought. Go on, give it to the poor girl. I'll be all right.
I was asleep? What am I doing in this hovel? And who are you? No, I remember. Stenwick brought me here. I was sick. Apology. Then you have my gratitude. I feel weak, but not unwell. It seems my outer wounds have all been healed. Tell me, stranger, how fares Evermore? Is my mother well? My father? I see. My mother must be in mourning then. I will send word that I am well, if Stenwick is willing. Ah, we have company, it seems. Who's coming?
The forest feels your weakness, Sentinel. This is treacherous ground.
Enter Daemara. Was that a warning or a threat?
Stenwick. Who is this? A Weirus?
Yes, child. You will know more of them soon enough.
Is that so? You're more foolish than I thought, old man.
Don't think anything of this. The Weird are a strange folk. The Weird and I have always had a tenuous relationship, but saving Alara was something I needed to do, regardless of their objections. It will make this process harder than it needs to be, but I still have some spirit in me. It's quite complicated. Suffice to say, they don't think I should use the forest power for such things. Of course, they'd much rather I didn't exist at all. But it changes nothing. There's work to be done, and I'm not getting any younger. My salve was but a reprieve, I fear. In order to safeguard Alara, I need to do something drastic, and I'll need the Weird's help. You've seen the Spriggans of the forest, I'll bet. There's one that's much older and much wiser than the rest of them. Some call her the voice of the forest. In a way, she is. I need a bud from one of her branches, one freely given. It can harness the full power of these woods to safeguard Ilara's life. May I ask your aid once again? They are guardians of nature in the truest sense, and I am a guardian of the people. Our interests don't always coincide. They see my role as Sentinel as unnatural, though the Sentinel has existed for generations. My salve was but a reprieve, I feel. Some call her the voice of the forest. It shouldn't be difficult to find, but if you must... Many Spriggans carry a spore that returns to the voice of the forest when the Spriggan dies. You could kill them and follow it to the voice, but that certainly won't make it very happy. Take my amulet. Its power is spent, but the voice of the forest will recognize it and grant you an audience. Weirus Daemara may not welcome you when you take the bud to her, but persevere. She knows what the Weird must do.
I won't sit here and let you do all the work. We have to find the voice of the forest. If Stenwick needs a Spriggan bud, then I'll do anything to get it for him. I suppose you're right. I'll stay here with Stenwick. But this forest voice, if it's like a Spriggan, it will react to their deaths. I bet you could kill some Spriggans to draw it out. Probably, but they're animals. I don't see any other way to reason with them. Stenwick needs the bud, and we don't have time to coddle the Spriggans. We need their cooperation, whether they intend to give it or not. And if we never find it, no. Kill the Spriggans. It's the best chance to do this quickly.
Greetings.
How can I help?
This creature disturbs the woods with the sentinels binding as a token. Has the forest not bent to the so he may pass our yoke to another, a stranger to the woods? Your demand is empty, voice of the sentinel. I refuse. Why should we care for a mortal? We only seek to grow as our nature intends. Your sentinel is the one who prevents this, but you care nothing for our plight. It is take the bud and be gone. But know this, there shall be no peace in these.
Yeah.
A familiar scent surrounds you. Did the Sentinel send you? What do you hold? How dare the Sentinel pick his successor out of pity? But she didn't bring us the bud, you did. Why should we give our blessing to one who needs another to carry her burdens? He didn't even trust you enough to tell you, did he? Let the Sentinel explain it to you when you next see him. I'll do my part and no more. Where is this princess who is greater than the needs of nature? Too weak to even follow you? No, the forest does not need such a creature. The Sentinel oversteps his bounds, and the Weird will not allow it.
If you have something to say, you'll say it to my face.
I will. You are weak, fit for little more than prey. How do you hope to wield the Sentinel's power?
Stenwick is trying to save my life. I don't know what he has planned, but I certainly owe it to him to see this through.
The child knows nothing. And he expects us to offer our blessing? Once the Viridian Sentinel stood for something more than a wet nurse to spoil children. Now he expects us to train and rear this daughter of the city as our own? No. The Sentinel asks... His time wanes. He will make this girl the new Sentinel, untrained and unfit. He holds no respect for the forest and no respect for the weird. What does it matter to us if one child withers to allow the forest to grow free, I ask you? If you must. Of course, you already know whose side she'll be on. That said, arrangements must be made.
I don't know what Stenwick is planning, but if it'll save my life, I trust him. I don't understand why these weird people can't see that. Sounds like jealousy to me. It won't stand in my way. I won't give up a second chance at life for the whims of some forest folk. Stenwick is a kind man. Why won't they see that he means no harm? The weird can't interfere forever. Let them bless this thing and be done with it. Stenwick's not getting any younger.
We will need to bless the Voice's bud if you intend to go through with this. Althine will help you prepare it. For the Sentinel's ritual, he needs a Spriggan bud, freely given. You have obtained that, but the bud will not bloom without nurturing. I hope you aren't squeamish about blood. But sister, you said this was the last time we would help the Sentinel. Enough. Come, let us finish the blessing and be done with it. Come along then. We have a sacrifice ready. When I say, hold the bud out in your hands, keep them steady, no matter what happens. Plunge it into the offering, quickly.
The weird have stalled long enough. Stenwick isn't healthy, and we must do what he asked before it's too late. Go to him. Tell him what we've done. I'm short of breath and must save my strength. I have a feeling they don't dare harm me as long as I'm under Stenwick's protection. We'll see if I guessed correctly. Of course. And this bud may heal Stenwick, the way he healed me. We'll need to use it if we're to save him. Take him to that altar in the lake. I'll meet you there.
I was hoping you'd return before... I couldn't speak to you one last time. It's good Alar's not with you. I'd hate for her to see me in such a state.
Time, my friend. I gave my everything to heal Alara, and still it won't be enough. That's why I sent you to get the Spriggan bud. The only way she'll live past a fortnight is if she becomes the Sentinel. And luckily there'll be In a sense, the power of the Sentinel is immortal. I'm old, but Ilara is young. The Sentinel's power will take root and flourish in her. The weird fear what she will become, but you can't let that stop you. Take my essence. When I'm gone, tell her. She must tame the will of the woods. The bud will summon, and the amulet will bind. The weird certainly won't help, considering they'd much rather see this power go to waste. Don't let the Sentinel's power fade.
I thought he'd be here by now. Where is Stenwick? He gave everything to keep me alive, even his life. I don't even know what to do now. Does that mean I'm doomed to die as well? That was his plan all along, wasn't it? And I never got to thank him. If this is what he wanted, then I must see it through. You still have his amulet? Take it to the altar. We'll say a few words for him. So these moats are all that's left of dear Stenwick. What's that sound? Can you hear it?
Can you sense that? A Psijic portal.
We meet again, ally of the Viridian Sentinel. Now you seek to subjugate these woods once again. We will see. We meet again. How I long to watch you stumble and fail. But an ancient pact compels me to explain the rite. One simply has to gather the Then there will be no Viridian Sentinel. The yoke about our necks for centuries would be freed. Of course, there is one way to ensure the princess does not become the Sentinel. Destroy. It is true, but we have endured a slow death for much longer. Man was not meant to rule over nature. No matter their intentions, they cannot know the will of the wood.
I think I'm better now. Gods, what is this place? I didn't think we'd be able to pull through at the end. But we did. We did! You can't imagine how this feels. I had no idea Stenwick had this kind of... power. I can feel the earth. I can taste the wind. It's like every piece of this forest is a part of me. I will remain here, a part of these woods forever. Could I even command the beasts? It's more than that. The rocks themselves give me strength. I feel immortal. Ah, apologies, my friend. This power, it's heady, like a deep, cold pool. Refreshing, but so easy to fall into. I have much to learn, it seems. We met only briefly, but the forest will remember your deeds forever. I will make sure of it. So much has happened to me. It's hard to think clearly. No, I belong here, in these woods. Eventually, the Weird and I will come to terms. I see our past and present through the eyes of the Sentinel. There will never be love between us, but understanding is not too much to ask.
And now another young one puts the forest under her heel. We will see if she's strong enough to survive on her own. The Weird will have no part in this Sentinel's charge. He understood what the Sentinel meant, but she did not. Perhaps we might have reached some sort of compromise. Or perhaps not. The Sentinel's mantle was never meant to be used this way. He broke the pact with the forest as far as I'm concerned.
What in Moloch's name took you so long? You think I got time to sit on my arse out here? This job's hit a major snag and I need your help. It's the damn mage, of course. I told you. Working for them always gives me a headache, and this one's a real piece of work. I got here and the stupid mage... Well, you better just see for yourself. Follow me. Can you believe this? The fool's turned himself into iron. It's like a practical joke. I keep expecting my boss to step out from behind a rock and just tell me he wanted to see how I'd react. I'd carry the bastard if he wasn't so damn heavy. To stop me from taking him away. Said some stupid drivel about emotions. If there's one thing I hate more than magic, it's emotions. Can you just deal with this for me? I can't even think at this point.
Hello there. I suggest you don't try to pick me up. You'll only injure your back. Don't ask for any long-winded explanations, either. It's tiring to talk when you're made of iron. No choice. That brute was going to forcibly remove me from the ruins, and I can't leave yet. I have to get my emotions back under control first. Precisely. My emotions are gone. Fear, anger, happiness, sadness, they got away from me, in the literal sense. It's this alien relic here. It's a gateway into the Salasili dream state. But by the time I realized it, my emotions were already gone. Yes, you could go into the dream state and convince them to come back. You'll have to upset them, though. Drive them to experience their counterbalanced state. Anger to fear, happiness to sadness, that sort of thing.
I can't believe this. You're just gonna lie down and take a nap?
What are you looking at? Did I say you could look at me? I don't think so. I don't even want you sharing my air. You're a festering boil on the lip of reality. I don't like boils or things that fester. Move on. Or do you have a problem with that? Oh, tell me you didn't say that. Tell me I didn't hear that right. How would you like a staff blast to your stupid, ugly face? Let's find out. Get ready. Gods, you're ruthless! Please, no more! You're really scaring me now! I'm going back to Anatoly! Did you see how gray it is here? Everything is gray, just like my life. One long chain of miserable, lonely days, each one worse than the day before it. I don't know. I was hoping you knew, but now I'm disappointed again. I always tell people how bad things are, and then they get worse, and so the next time I see them, I have to tell them all over again. Do you want to know what else is sad? You're fabbing. You expect me to believe that you really want to listen to all my complaining? You must think I'm a fool. No one wants to hear all this. It's boring. I don't even want to hear it myself. Now that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. You think if I stop talking about it, it'll just go away? Like that's some secret trick to dealing with sadness. That's just hysterical. You're funny. Hello there! I'm so glad you came by. I think I'm about to make a new friend. And you know, I don't know about you, but when I make a new friend, I like to have a celebration. Buttons does too. Buttons and I are favorite friends, but there's always room for one more inside our circle of love. And you're invited. You want a quibble cake? Oh, my grandmother gave me Buttons as a pet when I was just a little boy. We were inseparable. When I was little, he carried me on his back. And when I got big, I carried him on my shoulder. Buttons is my favorite friend in all of Tamariel. Hey, you stop that! You're hurting Buttons' feelings. You're hurting my feelings too. I'm going back. Please! You're going to eviscerate me, I just know it. I don't want to be eviscerated. It sounds awful. Because I had a nightmare, and someone told me they were going to eviscerate me. They described it in great detail, how they were going to cut me open and let all my internal organs spill out. My liver. And it wasn't a very funny joke. My father was eviscerated, as a matter of fact. I'll put up with a lot, but jokes about evisceration are where I draw the line. Oh, now you're making jokes about my mother. Now you've done it. Now you've made me mad. I'm going back to Anatoly. For some reason, looking at you makes me want to vomit. My emotions just feel like they're going to burst out and run away again. Overall, though, I think so. I won't know for sure until I get home to my wife. Come to think of it, she's very similar to this alien relic. She's old and strange and brings out all of my emotions. Regardless, though, I'm ready to go whenever your friend is.
So when I saw you go down for a nap, I decided this partnership was over. I certainly didn't think you were doing your part. Then the mage suddenly stands up and says he's ready to go, and that I have you to thank for it. Is that true? All right, I don't need to hear any more. I'm not gonna pretend I understand any of this, and I don't really want to. Here's your half of the payment. I'll make sure the mage gets safely to his destination.
An undead werewolf took over Camlorn. An undead... It's the waiting that's the worst. If Kerbal has some magic cure, why doesn't she just give it to my husband? To all of these poor souls. Are you also waiting to see Kerbal? She's the village's mayor. They say Kerbal can cure any disease, but once cured, you can never leave the village. I'm not sick, but my husband Draven is. And if we have to live in a hovel for the rest of our lives to save him, that's fine by me. That's another strange thing. It's hidden, through the cave up the hill. Kerbal will send for me eventually. But I'm worried. It's forever without him. Could you take a look and make sure Draven's all right? I have some gold. I can pay you. You'll need to talk to the guard by the cave entrance before you go. They don't take kindly to unexpected visitors. Draven's my husband, tall, handsome fellow. Tell him I'm still waiting. To be honest, we don't know. He doesn't like to talk about it, even to me. Last month he locked himself in our basement and refused to come out. As if he was afraid I'd catch it from him. I heard all about a legendary village where all illnesses cured, ever since I was a lad. When Draven got sick, I needed to find it, or learn whether it even existed. Spent nearly all our gold until I did. And here we are at last. Draven entered the village a week ago. Kerbal says it's part of the treatment, to see how the patient fares without his or her family. She sent someone to tell me it won't be much longer. I can't wait to be with my husband again.
Stop! I must alert the mayor to all new arrivals. Many would. I can't allow everyone into the village, or we'd be overrun by disease. Some say the village can cure everything, but that's definitely not true. We're very selective. You seem healthy enough, though. What's your business? His case came up today, so your timing is excellent. I'll signal ahead that you're coming in. We ask that you don't stray from the town once you pass the cave. The woods beyond the village aren't safe.
Rejoice! Soon we will have a new member of our family, Draven. Patience, friends. I will speak to each of you individually. I don't recognize you. Come, let us speak. Welcome to our humble village. Not many find us by accident, yet I smell no illness upon you. May I ask what brings you here, if not the cure? Ah, Renoir sent you then. He need not wait outside any longer. Draven will soon be inducted into the village. I'll see to it the guard lets him know. Is that all you seek, then? I apologize, but you are an outsider. It's impossible for you to fully understand, but suffice to say that those who are cured must stay in the village. It is for our protection and theirs.
Forgive me for not getting up. It's been a long day, and I'm ravenous. Is there something you need? Are you new too? He's such a silly one. Of course I am. Now that Kerbal's agreed to cure me. He can come to the village now the first week's over. Is he still suspicious of these fine folk in the village, I wonder? I'm afraid I can't talk about it. The village prides itself on privacy. I apologize if Renoir inconvenienced you in your travels, but as you can see, everything's fine.
Draven, what's going on? No one will tell me a thing.
Come and sit, dear. Everything will be all right.
I can't be the only one who thinks something strange is going on. Kerbal and a lot of them. There's some kind of cult.
Renoir, let it rest. Soon I'll be better. Doesn't that count for something?
I don't trust anyone in this town. Why won't they tell me exactly what the cure is? Why can't we leave town afterwards? And if they have a remedy, why can't they tell me what's wrong with Draven? Draven's desperate for a cure. He'll believe anything, anyone. I know you've got your own business, but I could use someone on my side. If you could have a look around, or maybe ask people about this place. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Thank you. I'll talk to Kerbal directly and see if she'll tell me anything. So far, she's kept all the details to herself, and you can see what Draven's like. When you have something concrete, let me know. It'd do a lot to ease my mind.
You're new, aren't you? I saw you leaving the guest house. Anything I can do to ease your transition? I can't tell you anything. Kerbal's forbidden it. You're welcome to stay, but don't go nosing around for clues.
I don't get a lot of business from...
I spent a month trying to convince Kerbal to take me in. Not about to ruin all that work by blabbing off to an outsider. If Kerbal wants you to know something, she'd already have told you. If you're so eager to learn our secret, talk to Helene. She's in the lower floor of that house.
It hurts. The change. The change is coming, and I can't stop it. Kerbal promised me that she could help, but only after I calm down. Please go. I'm a werewolf. Oh, gods, I said it. A terrible beast. I can't control myself.
Please, don't leave yet. Can I talk to you?
That's not right. Something strange is going on in this town. You've seen it, haven't you? They just took Draven away for their initiation. It's like some kind of cult. There's a winding path just past the village. Kerbal and a handful of others took him up that way. They said they didn't have a spare robe for me or some such nonsense. Enough for both of us? No? Then you use them as a disguise. Kerbal's too familiar with my face by now, and she'll recognize me whatever I wear. They're binding him to the village forever. I don't understand yet. Make them stop before it's too late. Keep out of sight. They wouldn't even allow me to watch, so I doubt you'd be welcome there without your robes. If you hurry, you can make it before they arrive. Make sure they don't hurt Draven.
There's no turning back now, Draven. You are a part of this village now. Don't be alarmed. Soon the pain will subside.
No. Stop. You're in my head.
Don't interrupt the ritual.
No! I've lost control! Draven! Come back!
You've endangered us all with your meddling. Well, what have you got to say for yourself? Yes, we all are, in fact. That's why he came to us. I can suppress the lycanthropic tendencies of the disease. The ritual you interrupted was to seal Draven's form, to protect him as well as the village. But now we must find him. The ritual might still work if we catch him in time to complete the binding. If not, then we must save the town above all else. Go after him. I must tell everyone what's happened. Everyone who's left, that is. If he can't be subdued and forced to complete the ritual, he'll have to be killed. And that's on your head, not mine.
What's happened? Some of the people in the town are acting strangely. What? That was his disease all along? Why didn't he tell me? We have to go after him. He's probably frightened out of his mind. What was Kerbal thinking? Kerbal has a lot of explaining to do. Sealing his form, what does that even mean? Gods, I pray Draven's all right.
Step up. Have a look.
Everyone, stay calm. We will soon have this back in hand. Keep faith, my friends. Renoir, bring Draven to the town hall. Stranger, come with me. Some of the townsfolk have already turned back into their werewolf form. The spell is breaking faster than I thought. Draven must complete the ritual. Yes, he's not the first to fail, but it's very rare. Those who don't complete the ritual usually die immediately, by their own hand or someone else's. Nevertheless, it's better than the alternative. He may not see me as an ally, thanks to your interference. He may only remember how much pain I caused. This is your fault, so you must fix it. The others from the ritual site will bring him in. Let's hope he doesn't remember your fight. Talk to Draven, but take what he says with a grain of salt.
What have you done to my husband?
Where am I? It was like I fell asleep, but then there was this terrible pain. I remember you. You're the one who helped my husband. Renoir. I see the truth. Power calls me. No one can stop me. Kill. Eat. There is no fear, only hunger. No, I'm not a No, don't let her. I don't want this anymore. I've seen what she does to the people in this village. She takes their minds, puts them under her control. Being a werewolf is a curse, but I can't give up who I am. I felt it. She was in my head during the ritual, cutting away something inside. Something important. I couldn't move. To think she did that to all those people, that's no cure. I'll have to learn to control myself, but it's not impossible. I've had lycanthropy for a while now, and I know the signs. It'll be much easier now that Renoir knows the truth. I understand. You've seen what I could do if you let me go free. Still, I won't give up. Kerbal only offers servitude here. I'll find a better way to live.
I've heard enough. I'll be outside.
Poor fool. He has already joined us in blood, if not in spirit. I guess there's nothing left to do if his wish is to leave the ritual unfinished. The spell which holds back the lycanthropy is weakening because of him. Unless he either finishes the rite or dies, we're all doomed to follow him. I can't let the people of this village suffer for the whims of one man. The townsfolk, they don't know the cost of their freedom. No, it's better to do it away from town. Draven will revert to his werewolf form soon. We must lure him out of town. Renoir will be our bait. I pity the man, but it's our only recourse. I'm glad you understand our predicament. Don't hurt Renoir. He's already gone through so much already. Take him past the cave up the hill. With luck, Draven won't be far behind, and we can end this nightmare.
feel so empty. Torn. Where's Renoir?
We must hurry, before Kerbal does anything more to hurt my husband. What did he say to you? Her too? That explains it. Kerbal has a spell over this entire town. These people are all mindless drones. If we're to save Draven, we must break this spell for good. I think I know what to do. The gate on this side of town leads to a cave entrance. It was guarded the last time I saw it, but with half the town gone, maybe we can get through. Kerbal doesn't want anyone up there. We've got to destroy whatever she's hiding on the hill.
Remember, Draven isn't quite himself yet, and in this state, he endangers the entire town. I know it sounds harsh, but only severing his link to the village will spare the rest of us. Are you sure? You've seemed quite friendly with both Draven and his husband, and the only cure is a permanent separation between Draven and the rest of the village. Not that I mean to change your mind, but you must understand what this means. Thank you. We've but one recourse left to us at this point. Draven must be Poor fool. The spell which holds back the lycanthropy is weakening because of him. Unless he either finishes the rite or dies, we're all doomed to follow him. I can't let the people of this village, the townsfolk, they don't know the cost of their freedom. No, it's better to do it away from town. Draven will revert to his werewolf form soon. We must lure him out of town. I'm glad you understand.
We must hurry, before Kerbal does anything more to hurt my husband. Is he all right? That Kerbal didn't hurt him, did she? How? I'll do anything to save Draven any more pain. He's ashamed of his disease, but it's not his fault. Is there anything I can do? Anything at all? All right, I'll stop my questions. Lead on, friend. Draven, what's happened? You'll pay for this, Kerbal.
Save our village. Strike down the beast.
What have you done?
I'm sorry, Renoir. Gods be with you. Such a waste. I'd hoped Draven would listen to reason before it came to this. If he'd remained alive, the spell over the whole town would have broken, leaving us all as he was, a mindless, slavering beast. I would not wish that fate on anyone. Yes, his death severed his connection with the town. I do hope Renoir makes it safely away, though I doubt anyone would believe his wild tales if he chose to speak about us. Another legend to hand down, I suppose. Though you've certainly gone out of your way to help us, I ask that you keep your stay here brief. The townsfolk need time to recover from this ordeal. More often than you'd imagine, we heal those we can of other ailments, but of course, our main purpose is to bind those with lycanthropy to their normal form. True. Some might say it's another curse rather than an actual cure. They might be right, but we live as peacefully as we can. We don't look for trouble, and we grieve whenever it finds us.
Spy or not, Ira Earthturner deserved better than death.
Light it then! Or are you afraid to singe your furry tail? This one's furry tail caught dinner, or have you forgotten? It is you who wanted to cook the meat. Thank you.
Thank you.
You send those wretches screaming back to Cold Harbor again, hero. Divines bless you.
Out of here! I taste... Zen's price. I knew if I banged on this door long enough, someone would come. Look, I really need a helping hand here. Can you spring me out before the trolls come back? No, it was the skeevers. Of course it was the trolls. Me and a few others came down here looking for loot, but the trolls caught us. One by one, they've eaten all my friends. They were saving me for dessert. Yes, cursed. Every last one of them. Their screams were horrid. I was grateful when they stopped. Look here, friend. Since everyone else is dead, I got all the loot. If you'll unlock this door and help me back to the levers on the wall right over there. You're a real lifesaver. Can't tell you how glad I am you happened along. What am I supposed to do? Lie here sobbing until the trolls eat me too? Sure, they were good folk, but it's not like we grew up in Valenwood together. We shared a few heists, a few jugs of Jaga, and now they're dead, and I got to move on. Sorry, trolls, no dessert today! sparrows! Meet me on the Evermore docks and I'll have your reward.
Well, it's good to have a queen who actually cares about her people. Yeah. You don't look much. Yeah. I've got a lot to do here.
Bye, Zenithar.
revolution will be live.